Yeah, Blue Star management is now with us. They declared numbers some time back. Good set of numbers. The management management is now joining us on the phone line. Management is now joining us. Mr. Satish Jamdar, MD at Blue Star, is now with us. Good afternoon, sir. Good set of numbers. Strong EBITDA margins. Can you first start with that?
Yes. Good margins. Good margins. I think overall we have done well in our segment 2 and 3. I got an echo in my ear, so somebody could correct it meanwhile. Yeah. So anyway, I think segment 2 and 3 have been our main areas of growth and profitability. You can see that. Segment 1 has been flattish on the top line. You can see our Q4 growth is 15%, year to date growth is 10%. I think the growth cycle seems to have begun, may not be a full-blown thing yet. I'm feeling a little optimistic on how the growth cycle may take on from here. I would say a combination of many things, cost management, product mix, scale, good R&D, good products, good distribution, expanded the distribution network. On the project side, we were very careful, as I keep mentioning, that we are managing the cash flow well, ensuring the projects are running well. Incidentally, our borrowings are down by more than 100 crores at one of the lowest numbers in the last 3-4 years. And the debt equity has come to just below 0.5. So strong financial situation compared to a couple of years back when we were maybe not at our best. I think I'm quite happy the way things are gone.
Right. Can you just tell us about the margins in the project business? Did that lead to improvements as legacy orders are now behind us?
Yeah, Pankaj, I would say most of the large jobs are behind us. In fact, also in the Q4, you saw some large numbers be taken, especially for a few larger projects. We mentioned that in our notes. I would say most of them are done. But you know, I still feel that the projects are still moving slower than we all expected them to move faster now. Means the growth cycle or the pace of project movement at the sites is still not what we desire. So it means it will stay longer, money gets blocked for a longer time. I'm hoping that this won't continue, because the more we stay on these old projects, they keep every quarter we have to keep an assessment again of whether we have to revalue the costing. And that's been the problem. But of course, now that the majority of the projects are behind us, I think we're feeling now more comfortable.
Right. Can you just talk to us about your order book
not
at
to
the
say,
end of Q4?
Yeah.
Right, sir. You can go ahead then.
Order book is about flattish from what it was, because generally the order booking on the infra side and the capex side, especially in segment 1, has been muted. Our segment 2 and 3 has grown well. You can see those growths there, 18% and 26%. And the order inflow there is less of they're not long cycle projects like segment 1 is. So the order book is mainly related to segment 1. It is about flattish. We've been very selective, as we've been for the last 2-3 years, on what kind of projects we'll pick up. They need to be faster moving. They need to have the cash flow where the project itself is well thought through, and we have taken enough precautions. And there also we monitor. So in a way, we've been, I mentioned some time back, we rather look at the margins and the cash flow than only the top line growth. But we got growth through our segment 2 and 3. You can see that for the first time we crossed 3,000 crores, by the way. And growth in the last quarter, as I said, has been about 15%.
Right. Can you just tell us about your market share in the AC business right now? Say over the last 4 quarters, what is the increase in the market share over there? And how do you see further market share gains coming in?
So about 3 years back, when we chose to get into the retail side on room ACs, we've been climbing the ladder on market share. We roughly would be at about 9.5% now. But then that's an average all India figure. There are regions or locations or branches where we are above 12, 15. There are some where we are, around 5. So our whole thrust now would be to ensure that we focus on those which are sub 9. We hope to be in double-digit market share, hopefully in this year. A lot, of course, depends on the growth side, on how the market grows. The expectation of the market is that the room AC will grow about 10% this year. A lot depends on how the monsoon would be. It's been a little erratic summer. Some rains, most of East has been wiped out with rains throughout the summer. But off late, in the last 7-8 days, I've seen a heat wave condition, which I think has moved the products on the counter. So we're seeing some growth in the last 7-8 days, more rapid growth, let's say. I feel that the growth may end up at about 10-12% this year. Our target would be to ensure that we grow about 10% more than the market.
What is the sense you're getting in terms of volumes in April and May? I mean, have the volumes tend to increase because the heat has been quite severe?
I would say the heat's been severe in the last few days. As I said, been erratic rains, unseasonal rain, so it sort of disturbed the cycle. I would say I would have expected a little better summer and right through, and would have got better numbers. That's why the industry is predicting only 10% growth. Actually, Blue Star's growth has been 25-30% last year. I am hoping that we can maintain that kind of growth this year.
On such a high base also, you expect such growth to come in?
Well, we are still a relatively small player. As I said, we aren't big in all the parts of the country, and that's anyway the target. Sometimes we have to plan and hope that we do what we want. All the things that we need to do, like expanding the dealer network, the distribution system, the logistics, the warehousing network, the product portfolio. There are a lot of complications in terms of product portfolio in the last 2-3 years because of the energy labeling. So there are multiple products of the same capacity nowadays. The inverter systems are kicked in, and we also now got into inverters in a larger way. It's almost 10-15% of the market already. So one is seeing a lot of change, and one needs to keep adapting and be flexible, keep changing. And so I'm not saying it's a done deal, but when you have a target, then the whole company, of course, everyone, right from marketing down to the shop floor, the dealers, the vendors, everybody gets to know the act. So that's the plan. We hope we will achieve something good.
Right, so thank you so much, and congratulations on a great set of numbers. Hope to chat to you again once you achieve the market share, the roadmap for the market share that you just laid out for us. That was the management of Blue Star. Results from companies like M&M and IOC came out about 2 hours back.